Hi, I'm Gracie, and this is Scott from Small Worlds Big Adventures. And with it being the first weekend in December, with so many holidays around the corner, we figured we'd take time to share some of our favorite gifts that people have given us.
Our favorite gaming, mostly role-playing gifts that people have given us. Kick it off. Why don't I talk about drinks?
Sounds great.
I believe 2 years ago, I was given this tumbler because I'm the DM. That's why. I really like this. It's a sharp black with gold and white embossed letters on it. I won't use a tumbler this size, really, and I never have. It sits on my shelf, but I just really like the way it looks.
It looks great, yeah.
I was also given this. A friend of mine got it for me from a Ren fair. It's a nice leather mug.
Yeah.
This I have used on a number of occasions. It's more for the novelty factor, and what I really need is a hook for it, so I can
hook it to your
hook it to my belt and wear it to a Ren fair, which I have not done yet because I have not gotten a thing for it yet. But I really like the style of this. It's really nice. It's handy as a DM, especially in longer sessions. You want something to drink to wet your whistle because you're talking all day long. So having a good drink dispenser for you is really handy.
It really is. And can add to the aesthetic of the game if it matches. So. Awesome. Another thing that can be a really great gift and that we've enjoyed a lot is dice. If you've done any sort of gaming, you have probably caught the bug of being a dice goblin.
Just about everybody does.
They're just so fun, and you get to roll them.
And even if you don't, it's always handy to have an extra set in case you lose one or two of your dice onto the floor to a dog or something.
Now, you can definitely just get them neat-looking dice.
Chessex is a good company for dice. They put out a lot of stuff.
We have been gifted many sets of dice, but we want to highlight a couple. So my sister Adara, bless her, has been investing in stone dice for us. So this is a set that she's given. And stone dice are just so neat. Like, they're 100% unique because no two stones look the same. They have really good table feel. And I think compared to like metal dice, which I do enjoy metal dice, they're not as likely to like damage your table or hit a resin figure and break their arm off.
They're kind of an interesting mid-level between metal dice and regular, either resin or plastic.
So, and then you can get really neat colorations with it.
Yeah, they're neat. Yeah, I really like those. I won't roll them without a dice tray, which is also a good gift, but isn't going to be included here, mainly because of the issue of they are heavier and not so much sharper, but more solid than your regular dice.
And then, like, especially along with that, our table is a resin table, so it is not exactly like impenetrable. You can do some nicks and dings to it, but now if you don't just want to go with a pretty neat set, you can get dice that are like themed to their character. These were gifted to you, I think, by me, as little villain dice. They have bones and moss in them. My brother Monty gifted me some that were like beach themed because my character is a sailor and very like ocean oriented. And so people have gotten so creative with like what you can put into dice.
Tons of shops on Etsy now that have a bunch of different styles and things, either colorations or at what they're made out of, or putting stuff in them that you can find something that matches.
And going with that, dice is a nice gift because you can definitely get cheaper dice that still look nice and they all play well. Well, or don't play well. Or you can really like show out and get some expensive dice. I've been seeing gorgeous things with hand painted dice. So they cast the blanks, no numbers on them, hand paint them, recast them with the numbers on them, and they're just gorgeous. But those are over $100 a set.
You can drive the price up pretty quick if you're looking at some of the really fancy stuff.
Now, if you have dice, you need things to hold dice. The next two things we're going to show are from our brothers and also their company, Artisanal Ajax. They made these for us, but dice bags, which are always super handy. And honestly, after a few years of gaming, you probably need like 5 of these. You're never just going to have one dice container. This one unveils like this, and so it can be a little rolly
dice tray.
Thank you. But also it has these little pockets so that like you can separate your sets of dice. Yeah. Now you can definitely get bags, and we'll show you a couple more, and containers to hold them. But this is also done by Artisanal Ajax. They made these little like dragon dice holders. So this is not a bag of dice. This is for like a special dice.
Designed for D20.
It is. And so it just sits there. So maybe it's your favorite dice you want to roll with. Maybe that is a very cute dice gel. Sure. But you can buy things like this. If you're crafty, you can cast things like this. And again, both of these things can be fairly cheap or fairly expensive.
Yeah.
But they are very talented, very crafty people.
They also make dice sets.
They make dice sets, stickers, a whole bunch of things.
We are not paid by them.
We are not. We do love them, though. We have 2 more dice holders, and I'll let you talk about them.
Both of these I was given as a gift.
That's kind of the theme.
Mind Flayer Ithalid set. I think this is an official Dungeons & Dragons. Yeah, it says on the tag, and it zips open in the back, and it'll hold a full dice set.
Yep.
Which is nice. I was given this. You were given an owl bear.
Owl bear.
Son was given
a dragon, which became Moira's favorite toy.
Unfortunately, a dog got a hold of that. But these are cute. I sit this on my DM screen.
Yeah.
When we're playing, I like that one. My grandmother gave her, and my mother-in-law.
Yep.
My mother-in-law gave me this. This is a cute chest with the dragon on it. And it folds up, and it holds.
It would put your dice in there like that.
And usually I hold the dice with the bones in them as dangerous dice when the characters get into really hot water, and pull them out of here as kind of a.
We don't like seeing that come out.
Point of tension in, in a session.
There are dice and dice holders are part of it, but you can also have things to roll dice.
Yep, sure.
And so Scott was gifted this.
So this is a Dice Tower set from Broken Token. They make some pretty...
Oh, very cool. This is a section. This is a section.
And then the top and the bottom, I believe, are a separate section as well. So they're 3 different things. I believe they've got 2 more middle sections if you want to purchase them. You put these together yourself.
Yep.
They're punch-out wood, like a...
Like laser carved.
Yeah, laser carved wood. My wife painted this. They don't come painted. They just come the wood shape. But it's really neat. The top one comes with a little dice jail that you can put a dice in there. One of the sets has gears that I believe moves, which I don't have. And this is a dice tower I use when I'm DMing.
Literally all the time.
To roll dice. I really enjoy it. It's a fun little thing. They make individual dice towers that don't go with the set that are I think a little bit smaller, but all one piece. So that's a lot of fun too.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. And it definitely works. Yay.
I would not be happy with him rolling that as a DM. So now that we are done with dice, something that can also be helpful, especially for tabletop players, tabletop role playing, is a journal or notebook. So you can get ones. This was gifted to me, again, themed to a character of mine who has wings. So there's this. And so it's a way to put your campaign notes in. And I don't know how much they spent on it, but I love it. Or you can have one made or make one yourself. Yeah.
This is made for me. I haven't really used it yet. The pages are weathered, so it looks like an old spell tome.
They did a great job with it.
Bookmark in there. Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah. And so both of these are handy. And again, like the dice, you can get some cute themed ones on the cheaper side, or you can go all out.
Especially for a long campaign, it's fun to have some stuff themed to your character if you're a player, and especially if you're going to get like a 3D printed figure made for yourself to do a bunch of stuff like that. Can be a really fun thing.
Absolutely. Next on our list is decor items.
Sure.
So things to either decorate your gaming room or some other part of your house.
Yep.
You want to pull them forward.
So I was given. I really enjoy horror, especially
Yeah,
the writings of H.P. Lovecraft, and somebody had given me a statue of Cthulhu, which sits on my shelf and broods over my dark works as I write my adventures. I really enjoy this little statue. It's very thematic and very proper to the stories, I believe, and it's a solid feeling thing. I really like that one.
Yeah. And then you were also gifted this. It was a custom sign.
Custom sign, Scott's Dungeon, Adventurers Welcome. Another thing I really like. I always like a good solid wood signage.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can get those places with just like your family name and stuff on them. And this was a really pleasant gift that I was given. Hang it up and really, I think, sets a mood for the room.
For sure.
It's really nice.
It's really easy to find something that fits your friends, families, loved ones, theme and aesthetic. We're very big into like high fantasy, Dungeons and Dragons. So a lot of our stuff fits that mood, but like whether they're like a Doctor Who fan or like
sci-fi or horror, there's plenty of stuff out there that'll
for sure
fit those genres and themes.
And what I'm really loving about, like, if you will, decor items with nerd themes is, sure, you can have stuff that's very blatant, like this is Doctor Who, this is, you know, Lord of the Rings, but then they're coming out with more and more subtle things.
Yeah.
So it can just look like nice art in your room, but it's like a nod to Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, whatever it may be.
Yeah, if you don't know what it is, you might just see it as a nice piece of art, but if you're a fan of the theme, you'll catch
the cool people in your life will get it, and the not cool people in your life won't judge you.
Yeah, filter.
The easiest thing to get a board game lover is a board game.
Yeah.
We've been gifted two. Villainous. Well, we've been gifted more, but these are two of our favorites.
These are two of our favorites that we've been gifted.
And Horrified. Yeah. As someone who is buying a gift, I am sure there are games that your board game obsessed friend has talked about, but also, as with these, they may have never heard of them, and it could be a fun little romp.
We'd think had heard of Villainous, but had never considered purchasing it.
Yeah.
And it was a great surprise. Never heard of Horrified, and it was an amazing find. Go to your local game shop. Yep. They've got hundreds of games that your friends. We're big into board games. And there's plenty of stuff that I've never heard of. Every time I'm going up and down the aisles, and I'm sure you can find something for just about anybody.
And even if you don't want to get like a full game, if you know they love a game, they have like expansions.
Expansions are always a good choice if they don't have one.
But as a warning, if you give them a board game, they're going to want to play with you.
You're going to want to play.
So I hope you clear out your holiday calendar so that you can play whatever board game you gave them. Yep. One of Scott's favorite things is the moment he gets a board game to take the rules out and start going through them.
It's time to play.
That's right.
Got to read the rules and then play.
So those are just some of our favorite gifts we've been given over the years.
Yeah.
This is honestly, I think if someone's into tabletop or board games or even video games, they're probably some of the easiest people to shop for.
It's never been a better time to find nerdy / gamey gifts and gift ideas for people in your life. Even for people who don't really run in that crowd.
Absolutely.
It's not that hard to find stuff on Etsy and things if you do just a little bit of research.
For what we know where things came from, we will link them below. It's not affiliated, just in case you saw something you're
not
like,
a paid promotion.
You really liked it, we'll share that. But we would love to hear your favorite gifts you've gotten over the years. So drop that down below. Because who knows? Maybe Scott gets a little extra something in his stocking this year.
Maybe.
If you enjoyed hearing about all of our gifts we've received over the years, go ahead and like this video. If you want to see more, board game reviews, walkthroughs, general nerdy content, hit subscribe. And if you hit the notification bell, you'll be notified next time we upload.
Yeah.
If there's nothing else, we'll see you next time. And it definitely works. So
It's not.
here, you can.
Break it.
How about you do that? And it definitely works.
That's not a good.